Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. So, you ever notice that if you're an Aquarius or you hang out with an Aquarius, you ever notice that Aquarius have a tendency to draw all kinds of people? Like you guys could be shopping and the most odd person in the whole entire building will walk up and chat up the Aquarius. People who will walk up to the Aquarius and tell the Aquarius their life story. People who out of nowhere just want to talk to and discuss things with the Aquarius. Somebody told me in a inbox that he noticed that Aquarius attract all kinds of people, a lot of unusual people at that, but just all types, unusual, regular, normal, all types will be drawn to an Aquarius. And he said it drives him crazy because he'll be out with his Aquarius wife, and no matter where they go, it doesn't matter if it's a mundane trip or a trip to the symphony, everybody wants to talk to is looking at his wife. And I said, well, what is she like? And he said, well, she's really beautiful, but she's very creative with her dress and her hair and her clothes and her makeup. And I'm like, yeah, that's about right. Because I've noticed the same thing. Whenever I go out anywhere, and a lot of you out there that are Aquarius or have Aquarius friends have probably seen this, somebody is, even if I don't want to be bothered, it's always somebody in my face. The other day I went to the Auto Mercado, which is like a supermarket down the street from my condo. And I walk into the Auto Mercado. All I want to do is get some rum, check out the colors of lipstick, see if I need a new tube of lipstick. Because one thing I always buy is different shades of lipstick. So I'm like, I want to look at the lipstick and I want to get some rum and I want to go home. And this woman just kept bugging me. She was like a sales girl, and she walked up to me and she said something in Spanish, and I was like, "Mi hablas no español." I don't even think I said that right, but that's what I said. And she was like, "Oh, okay." Like she understood, and then she came back a couple seconds later and started talking again. And I just looked at her like, like, bitch, didn't I just tell you I don't speak Spanish? Why are you in my face again? So she wanted to talk about whatever she wanted to talk about, which I think she was like a sales girl. So she was like in the makeup, area, but she was showing me a lipstick. So she wanted to have some conversation with me about a lipstick. But I'm telling you, I don't speak Spanish. And like you could tell by the look on my face, I look a mess. I'm not really dressed. I don't want to be bothered, but she would not take no for an answer. I had to leave to get her out of my face. And this happens a lot with Aquarius. A lot of times this happens. And if you're with us or if you are one, it can be very annoying, especially if you don't want to be bothered. Like sometimes Aquarius, y'all probably can hear me on this one. Sometimes we don't feel like being bothered. Sometimes we just want to get what we came to get and go and get. Some of the times we're not in the mood for a thought-provoking, life-moving conversation. Sometimes we don't want to discuss lipstick shades. We just want to look at the colors and go home. But because we do draw so many different types of people, a lot of times they're not taking no for an answer. So why do we draw so many people? I don't know. I think it's because we're open. Aquarius are very open. Our spirits are open. Those of us who are positive, our spirit is wide open. And those of us who are not positive, we usually have an openness to us even then. Maybe an open mind, A lot of times we don't look at people and judge them. So a lot of people feel that from us, either from what we say or from how we act, or they just feel it from us, and they think that we're somebody who they can talk to, who's not going to judge them, which is true, and we're somebody who's open, and even if we don't agree with their point of view, we may understand their point of view, which is the mindset of an Aquarius. We know everybody's not going to agree, and we're fine with that. So I think that's why we attract so many different kinds of people. I think they feel our openness. And we don't treat people, in our positive form especially, we don't treat people like they're bad or wrong. You ever notice that most of the world is always trying to make you wrong? Even if you do something nice and you post it on Facebook, there's always somebody, they might not say it to you, but it's always somebody that got something negative to say. Like one day, this woman, she a lot of times if you watch Facebook, they'll tell you those heartwarming kind of stories about somebody who selflessly did an act or something like that. So this woman had done something and they posted it on Facebook, and somebody said underneath it, what was she trying to get in return? The woman didn't ask for nothing in return. She didn't get anything in return. She just gave from her heart. And the guy was like, oh, what was her objective? What was she trying to accomplish? It was like, damn. She was just trying to help, you know? And he's automatically questioning. A man online who don't even know this woman is questioning her motives. And I see this all the time. Whenever you see somebody did something kind or sweet or positive online, you'll see a bunch of trolls asking these types of questions, because like I said before, they can't understand, they can't comprehend why somebody would do these kind of things just out of the kindness of their heart. But with the Aquarius, people can feel your vibration. They can feel your intentions, you know. Not everybody, of course, but a lot of people can. So if they have something going on with them, they'll come to you. So Aquarius, I know that we're not always in the mood. I know that sometimes, you know, we got stuff going on of our own. But Aquarius, I would say to you, whenever at all possible, allow them to come forward. Allow them to tell their story. Allow them to show you the lipstick shade. You know, whenever at all possible, allow them to. Because typically when a person does something like that, their soul is looking for you. Their soul is looking for somebody that's going to hear them, that's going to understand them. Their soul is looking for a person that's going to talk to them. You know, you never know what's going on with the person, you know, and they could be coming to you because they just feel, they feel that openness in your spirit. So that's why we attract all kinds of different people. I think they just feel, they feel like it's okay. They feel like it's okay to talk to us. They feel like it's okay to be themselves. One thing about Aquarius is that we're so eccentric that it gives other people permission to be eccentric too. People who normally would be afraid to be eccentric. People who will be afraid. Like the other day I had posted when I first got this crown that I love so much. And a girl said, thank you. I've always wanted a crown. And I'm like, why didn't you get one? And she was like, because I thought people would make fun of me. And I'm like, they probably will. Who cares? They probably will. Who cares? You know, I used to wear my flower crown and go to the market and go shopping. Sure, people made fun of me. I'm sure. Who cares? So when an Aquarius is being themselves and they're owning their uniqueness and their eccentric nature, it gives other people permission to do the same. You know, even though they didn't need permission. We didn't need permission and we did it, you know. But some people, they thrive off of having that permission. Like, okay, she can be herself, so I can be myself too. Okay, I think that's why. I think that's why we attract so many different kinds of people. And I really think that whenever possible, we should embrace it as much as we possibly can. Okay. All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. Thank you for your questions. I'm going to leave my PayPal in case anybody wants to give me a love donation. I'll leave my email in case anybody wants to get a reading or they want to ask a question. I will leave my social media in case anybody wants to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to someone else who was wondering why do Aquarius attract so many different types of people. See you later.